Hello, folks, and welcome to this edition of Supernatural Sunday. And on today's episode, we're going to go into two more episodes from season 3. Before we get into that, though, I do want to say that I know I promised a classic movie buffet video at the first part of this week, and that is still coming, okay? It's taking a little bit longer to work it out and get it in, but we will get it in coming up, okay? So, with that being said, moving on to Supernatural Season 3. We're going to discuss episodes 7 and I think it's 8 today. Good. Which the first episode we're going to talk about is episode 7, and that one is called Fresh Blood, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Now, in this episode, we have some returning favorites to this episode. Well, I don't know if they're actually, well, they're favorites to us, but not so much for Sam and Dean. We have the return of Bella for a little bit in this episode. Also, we have the return of Gordon Walker, and Kubrick is back in this episode as well. So in this episode, we start off with Sam and Dean trying to find a vampire. They're on the trail of one. They're trying to hunt it down. They found the feeding ground and all that kind of stuff. But while they're doing that, Gordon has gotten out of prison and has met up with Kubrick, and they have contacted Bella to find out where Sam and Dean are. So then, this vendetta that Gordon has with Sam is ongoing. So right in the midst of Sam and Dean chasing after the vampire, Gordon and Kubrick show up, and everything goes awry. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into clips from Season 3, Episode 7, Fresh Blood.
It's a big fat waste of time.
Look, 3 blondes have gone missing, including Lucy. All last sighted here. I'm telling you, Dean, this is the hunting ground.
Hey.
You're sick.
You ready, sweetie? One taste of this, you'll never be the same.
Get ready. Dean. I'm good. Come on.
All right, run, I'll draw him off.
What? No, you're crazy. There you are.
Sorry, I stopped for a slice.
Nice move you pulled back there, Dean, running right at the weapons.
Well, what can I say? I'm a badass. So I guess Gordon's out of jail.
Yeah, I guess so. How the hell did he know where to find us?
That bitch. Hi, Bella.
Hello, Dean.
Question for you. You called me yesterday. It wasn't to thank me for saving your ass, was it?
No. Gordon Walker paid me to tell him where you were.
Excuse me?
Well, he had a gun on me. What else was I supposed to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up the phone and tell us that a raging psychopath was dropping by?
I did fully intend to call. I just got a bit
He
sidetracked.
tried to kill us.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was such a big deal.
Bella, if we make it out of this alive, the first thing I'm gonna do is kill you.
You're not serious.
Listen to my voice and tell me if I'm serious.
All right, like I said, this was a cool episode featuring the return of Gordon and Bella and Kubrick. It was kind of like a plot twist to actually see, because we know Gordon's story. We know that his sister got turned by a vamp, and it was his actual first kill, was his own sister. So it's kind of a plot twist to see him get turned into a vamp by the head vampire, who is just trying to get his family back, pretty much. And then when he turns, of course, you can only control it for so long, especially when you're evil to start with, like Gordon. And he kills Kubrick and then turns around and goes after Sam and sets up this big trap to capture Sam. Separates Dean and Sam there at the end of it in a warehouse. Dean kills the female vamp that's there, and Sam actually ends up killing Gordon and putting it into Gordon. This was a great episode. A lot of plot twists in it. It was very unique. I love the way they do vampires in this show. They have a unique way of telling a vampire story. Eric Kripke is so good at this stuff. So good at this stuff. The guy that played the vampire, I'm not sure what his name is. I'm sorry that I didn't jot that down. I definitely meant to. He did a very good job. He did an excellent job as the head vampire. And you could tell that he was distraught without his family. So, that was one of the main things there that he was trying to get across, was to get his family back. So that was a good episode. That was a really good episode. Now, moving forward, I wish I would have got that guy's name. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt because I didn't do that. But anyway, okay, moving forward. Now, we're on to episode 8 of season 3. Now, this episode was kind of cool. It was a Christmas episode. It's called A Very Supernatural Christmas. It featured what they thought was an Anti-Claus at first, but it was actually a pagan god who was coming down people's chimneys and kidnapping them. Now, the way he knew what house to hit was because the house had a Christmas wreath on the door made of a root called meadowsweet, and that's what attracted the creature to the house. So you had Sam and Dean going through trying to find who was making the meadowsweet, how were they controlling the pagan god. At first they didn't even know that it was a pagan god. They thought it was the Antichrist, until Bobby set them straight on the fact that it was a pagan god. They didn't even not really even sure how to kill them, so Bobby had to research it for them and let them know how to kill the daggum things. But anyways, we also got to see a glimpse of Sam and Dean when they were younger, having a Christmas. Of course, the dad was gone on a hunt. Sammy wanted Christmas, and Dean felt obligated to give him Christmas. Just trying to be the big brother. So he goes down the street and steals presents from somebody's house just so Sam can have Christmas. Then we find out that the Christmas presents are for girls. So that's how Sam knew that what Dean had done. We also found out that Sam had bought a gift for their dad, which their dad had lied to him about, everything. So he, in turn, gave the gift to Dean. And we have seen that gift in every single episode since the show has started. And it has been the necklace that Dean wears around his neck, which not only gets brought up in this episode, but in a later episode as well. We find out that there's more to that necklace. But we'll get to that later on when we get there. Now, they come to find out that there's two people that are the pagan gods, and what they do is they kidnap these people and they do a sacrifice. They sacrifice them. So Sam and Dean get captured, and there's a lot that happens there, which you'll see in the clips. And this was a fun episode. It was a very unique spin on Christmas. We also dealt with a lot of Dean wanting to have Christmas, basically because he knew that this was his last one. And Sam didn't want to have Christmas because it was Dean's last one. Their Christmases haven't actually been the best. I assume because of the clips that we've seen. So Sam was totally against it. But Dean really wanted it. So with that being said, we're going to get into some clips from season 3, episode 8. A Very Supernatural Christmas. Here you go.
Sam, wake up. Dad was here. Look what he brought.
Dad was here?
Yeah. Look at this. We made a killing.
Why did he try to wake me up?
He tried you like 1,000 times.
He did?
Yeah. Did I tell you he would give us Christmas or what? Go on, dive in. What is it?
Sapphire Barbie.
Dad probably thinks you're a girl.
Shut up.
Open that one.
Dad never showed, did he?
Yeah, he did, I swear.
Dean, where'd you get all this stuff?
Nice house at the block. I swear I didn't know there were chick presents. I'd have been here if he could.
He's alive.
Don't say that. Of course he's alive. He's Dad.
Here. Take this.
No, it's for Dad.
Dad lied to me. I want you to have it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Thank you, Sam. I love it.
Thanks, Bobby. Well, we're not dealing with the anti-clause.
What'd Bobby say?
That we're morons. He also said that it was probably meadowsweet in those wreaths.
Wow. Amazing. The hell is meadowsweet?
It's pretty rare, and it's probably the most powerful plant in pagan lore.
Pagan lore.
Yeah. See, they'd use meadowsweet for human sacrifices. It was kind of like a chum for their gods. Gods were drawn to it, and they'd stop by and snack on whatever was the nearest human. The Christmas tradition is pagan.
Christmas is Jesus' birthday.
No, Jesus' birthday was probably in the fall. It was actually the winter solstice festival that was co-opted by the church and renamed Christmas. But I mean, the Yule log, the tree, even Santa's red suit, that's all remnants of pagan worship.
How do you know that? You tell me next, Easter Bunny's Jewish?
So I guess we're dealing with Mr. and Mrs. God. Nice to know.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we thought you two lazy bones were gonna sleep straight through all the fun stuff.
Miss all this? Nah, we're partiers.
Isn't he a kick in the pants, honey? You're hunters is what you are.
Yeah, and you're pagan gods. So why don't we just call it even and go our separate ways?
What, so you can bring back more hunters and kill us? Mister better show us a little respect.
Or what? You'll eat us?
Not so fast. There's rituals to be followed first.
Oh, we're just sticklers for ritual.
All righty, Roo. Step number 2.
Sammy? No. Sammy?
No!
Leave him alone, son of a bitch!
You hear how they talk to us? To gods? Listen, pal, back in the day, we were worshipped by millions.
Times have changed.
Tell me about it. All of a sudden, this Jesus character's the hot new thing in town.
You're just like everybody else.
You're not blending in as smooth as you think, lady.
This might pinch a bit, dear.
Bitch!
Oh, my goodness me. Somebody owes a nickel to the swear jar. Oh, do you know what I say when I feel like swearing? Fudge.
I'll try and remember that. No, you fudge and touch me again, I'll fudge and kill you.
Very good.
Merry Christmas, Sam. What?
Sure you're gonna get that? You should get that.
Okay, as we see, Bobby came through, gave him the idea on how to kill these things. They actually, after they got tortured a little bit. Now that scene was pretty graphic. To see Mr. Kerrigan take that thing and stick it on Sam's nail and pull his freaking fingernail out, that was just, that was pretty graphic. That was pretty graphic. The banter between Mrs. Kerrigan and Dean was pretty funny. You know, Dean kept swearing, and she's like, "Oh, somebody owes a nickel to the swear jar." You know, whenever I feel like swearing, I always say fudge. And then you get Dean saying, "You fudge and touch me again, I'll fudge and kill you." That was hilarious. That is like one of the best comedic scenes in this episode, I think. I thought so. I thought it was hilarious. But anyways, so then at the end of the episode, we actually get Christmas with Sam and Dean. Sam gives in and decorates the hotel room for Christmas while Dean's out, and they come back and they celebrate Christmas together. That has to be tough, knowing that you're not going to have that person much longer, because I mean the year's almost up, and they still haven't figured out a way to get Dean out of his deal or anything like that. So yeah, it's drawing close, and it's wearing on both of them. Even if Dean won't admit it, Dean's trying to be, the stronger person, trying to keep Sam from worrying so much about it, but it's not working for either one of them. But like I said, it is drawing closer, so there's a lot to consider. There's a lot to consider, because once he's gone, he's gone, according to the way it's supposed to be. But how could you do that, though? I mean, that would be like so freaking difficult to know your exact death date, to know when you're going to die, and try to fit everything that you wanted to do before you passed into that short amount of time. And it may have seemed like a long time at first, but believe me, when you start harping on it and you start thinking about it, it gets closer and closer. It comes sooner than you think. So that's kind of where Dean's head and Sam's heads are at right now. And I wouldn't know how, who would know how to handle that? That's a lot. I mean, that's humongous to try to handle all that and deal with the weight, knowing that your time's coming, and you haven't really accomplished half the things that you may have set out to do. Wow, all right, okay, so another great episode of two great episodes of Supernatural. This show just keeps getting better and better. I'm telling you, you're going to find out. As long as you keep watching here, or if you watch it yourself, you'll find out. So now, like I said, there is a classic movie buffet episode getting ready to come out. I promised it this past week, and I haven't got to it, but I will get it out. I promise you that. It is coming. Thank you so much to the subscribers, for those of you that have subscribed to the channel. If you're watching this for the first time and you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and join the Supernatural family. Remember to like, comment, and share on these videos. I appreciate each and every one of you that are commenting on them, that are liking the videos and sharing them with your friends. I greatly appreciate it. I've got more stuff coming. Like I said, I've got another classic movie buffet getting ready to come out. As soon as I get my buddy up here and we can make it, we'll get it made, we'll get it put out. There's so much more to come, so please stay tuned for all of it. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified when these new videos come out, so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much. Have a great week. See you later.